Hey kids, it's Dad. Welcome back to the Gaming with Dad show. Or if it's the first time you're here, welcome to the show. Today we are looking at Wild Hearts S for the Nintendo Switch 2. But before we do that, go on ahead, like, subscribe, ring that bell. Let's help grow this channel by sharing it out. As you can see, I've got a goal down there in the lower left-hand corner with our current subscriber count. So let's go on ahead. Let's get into this review of Wild Hearts S. So yes, this is going to be $49.99. It is presently on pre-order, but they did release a demo. And after hours of searching through the eShop for something, cheap that wasn't obviously garbage, I gave up and said, you know what? I'm going to do this. So yes, Wild Hearts S. Hunt giant beasts using a variety of Kurakuri tech, now with up to 3 teammates. Okay, so this weighs in at 34.6 gigs, supports all 3 play modes, single system, 1 player, local wireless 1 to 4, online 1 to 4. It is for just the Nintendo Switch 2 from Koei Tecmo America. Supports all the languages, and it's going to come out here on July 25th, 2025. So, yes, this is basically for people who like Monster Hunter and are waiting for Capcom to release that. And it does a pretty good job of creating that giant monster fighting game. And let's just dive into this graphically. This is a pretty game. Taking advantage of everything that the Switch 2 brings to it. It also happens to do a very nice job in the environments and going for a more realistic look than the better known brethren in this genre. So yeah, it's graphically, it is impressive, especially in handheld mode. It looks good. It's got a good frame rate, not a lot of slowdown or anything, even when you're battling larger monsters. I have played all the way through the demo, or as much as what I've cared to play through it. And I've got to be honest, yeah, it is a pretty game. I will say this much, though. The design on the monsters, pretty freaking generic. Honestly, they look like an experiment Krang would have done on Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, where they're just animals that we have in this world, in the real world, run through some mutagen. Mutagen. There we go. Say it once more, you might get it right. Mutagen. That said, the monsters are also kind of ugly. And they don't have the whimsy that I would like to see in a game. But, I mean, they're well realized. The graphics are nice. But I'm going to knock it down. This is going to be one of those games that doesn't age well, I think. I think it's too early on the console and just a little too gritty, if you will. So graphically, I'm giving it an 18. Still a high score. It is still a pretty game. But it's losing some points just on monster design and then also the overall kind of I don't want to call it blurry, but yeah, it's you're watching a Transformers movie sometimes. It's just a mess of CGI. Sound wise, the sound is good. The beasts sound great. They running through the forest, running through the snow, all of that, really good. Dialogues are all great. Sound is getting an 18. We're sitting at 36 as we move into controls. The controls are functional. Uh, there are some interesting default button mappings that maybe I would have changed. Yes, I know I can go in and change them. But then they just basically get the job done. And I don't feel like when I'm walking on a narrow surface that I actually have the ability to fall off. It's all pretty much scripted. Just keep pushing forward and you'll be fine. And when you're battling the beasties, that's all good and done. So the controls just get the job done. We're sitting at 17 for controls. That gives us 53 total as we go into gameplay. This is a more scripted monster hunting game. And while there's an enticing story, and more so of a story than what you get in Monster Hunters, it's just kind of there. And what this game did was reminded me to go back and play Monster Hunter Rise. And the gameplay in Monster Hunter Rise is a lot more open feeling. It's not as scripted. The encounters are much more free roaming. You're not in Wild Hearts S, it is a linear game where you just go from one monster fight to the next monster fight to the next monster fight without a lot of opportunity to explore. Maybe that's something that will change with the full release of the game. I don't know. But yeah, what this game did was just, it got me to put Monster Hunter Rise back into the Switch 2 and discover, wow, that game runs so well on the new hardware. So gameplay for Wild Hearts S is getting a 15. We're sitting at 68 as we go into value. Hey, listen, full price game, but a lower cost full price game at 50. That's great. The game looks fantastic. There is content here that will allow you to continue playing it, I believe. And once again, this is solely based on the demo that's currently available. And so, yeah, I do think this is going to be a game that you might want to pick up. If you're not going to be able to go back and play Monster Hunter Rise, which I think is the better game, this is something that is really a nice bridge to the next major release in that other franchise. And it's reasonably priced. It'll be interesting to see if this comes out on a key card or only digital, or God forbid, the hated code. I'd like to see this as a physical release. If it does that at 50, it'll go up in value. But yeah, overall value, I'm giving it a 16. That does give this an 84. It is a solid game. It is fun. But it just reminds you of a much better game that you might enjoy playing more and for longer. And that's kind of unfortunate. So if you're into this kind of linear storytelling, linear gameplay, uh, go for it. If you're looking for something a little bit more open world that allows you to explore and kind of write your own dictates, we'll have to see what the full release is like. So we'll talk to you kids later. Have yourselves a great one. Bye-bye. Hey, if you've made it this far through the video, make sure to like, subscribe, ring that bell, leave a comment. I've also posted 2 other videos down here as well as a subscribe link. So click, enjoy. That's kind of how the algorithm works.